Hi, I'm Caitlin and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's video is a tutorial using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. This is a really great palette. I love it. It has so many things you can do with it. It's super versatile. It is full of warm and neutral shades, a lot of golds, and that's what I used on my eyes today. I did sort of a very soft cut crease that I think would be perfect for proms or special events like weddings that are coming up in this season. Yeah, I just think this would be perfect for any of them, and it is a neutral look, so it will go with a lot of different outfits. So yeah, if you want to see how I got this look, definitely keep watching, and if you want to see other videos from me, subscribe to my channel. I plan on putting new videos out every single week. So yeah, if you like this video, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's @KateMadden. So yeah, if you want to see how to do this really gold soft cut crease, then let's get started. Okay, so today I'm going to start with the eyes, which is why I have you zoomed up close and personal, because when I do like a more elaborate eye look, I like to start with eyes so that if there's any fallout or anything, it doesn't get on my other makeup and ruin everything. So I already primed my eyes with just a little bit of concealer and I set that with powder, and now we're going to go in with the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. The first color that I'll be taking is Orange Soda right there. And I'm just going to take that on a fluffy brush and really lightly just put that into my crease. I'm going to look down at the mirror that I have in front of me and just put that right where my brow bone is, or where my brow bone begins, right in the crease of the eye, in circular motions back and forth. And this is going to act as our transition. So every color that we lay on top will blend nicely over this one. And then the next color I'm going to be taking is the color Burnt Orange right below the Orange Soda. And I'm going to take a slightly longer fluffy brush and I'm going to put that deeper, lower into the crease, right under that Orange Soda color. And I'm still going to take that all the way from the outer corner to the inner corner, and on this one I'm just going to sort of flick it out to create an elongated sort of cat eye shape. And then I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush with nothing on it and just blend out those edges. Then using a more tapered fluffy brush, I'm going to go into the shade Rustic, which is right here, and I'm going to use that to deepen up the outer corner and the outer crease. So I'm just going to pat that onto the outer corner and bring it up from the outer crease just into the middle, not going all the way into the inner crease with this one, and continuing to make that cat eye shape with this. Alright, and then the last matte shade that I'm going to take on more of like a detailer brush, and I'm going to dip into Mulberry, which is this reddish brown, and I'm going to take that on the outer corners, and I'm not really going to bring that too far into the crease. I'm just going to sort of pat it at my outer corner, leave it there, and then come back and blend it with a different brush. Just pack it on first. That'll just bring a little bit of warmth and depth into the eye. And then I'm just going to take a blending brush and blend that in to the rest of the colors. You can see it is a little sloppy like on our lid right now, but once I clean that up with concealer, you won't even be able to see the rest. And we just want to make sure it's really blended before we do anything else. So then you can go in with a big fluffy brush and clean up the edges, blend them out. I'm going to go in with a little concealer brush. This one is like angled upward, and I like the way that it fits into the crease of my eye. And I'm going to take a little bit of my ColourPop concealer in the shade Fair Neutral, and I'm going to put that on the back of my hand. We're going to go from above my crease, so where you can see like the line where the skin starts to fold. I'm going to take it above because I want to still be able to see the sparkly shadow once I have my eyes fully open and I'm going to map out the shape. So I'm going to draw the shape out first and then fill it in. So you'll see once I start doing it. So I'm going to take a little concealer and just take it into the inner corner of my eye. And I only want this to be a half cut crease, so I'm going to stop it around where the outer corner is. But first I'm just going to start filling in the shape that I want. Alright, and then once you have the shape that you want for your cut crease, I'm not going to set that. I'm going to go in with sort of a gradient of all the gold colors in the palette. I'm just going to take like a tiny little flat brush and I'm going to go into the shade Glistening first, and that's going to be the main color we use, and I'm going to put that in the center of the lid. And the concealer will act as a base for this eyeshadow so that the eyeshadow will really stick to it and stand out. And using a tiny little brush like this makes it easy to get right to the edges of the cut crease you've created. And then, even though this isn't really the most noticeable like gradient of colors, I'm going to take the shade Bronze and I'm going to put that on the outer edge and feather that out to where the concealer ends. And then on the inner corner, I'm going to take the shade Fairy and use that in the front of my eyelid. And just blend that together with the Glistening shade. And just remember to keep that shape that you've created for your cut crease. And then I'm going to take just another fluffy brush and I'm going to go into the shade Rustic and I'm going to blend the outer corner in with the sparkly colors, just so there isn't such a harsh edge. Alright, so next I'm going to use this XOxo eyeliner to do a winged eyeliner. I'm going to do that off camera just because I am not skilled at doing it on camera. I'm also going to throw on some false lashes and I'll be right back. And now that I have my lashes and my eyeliner on, I'm going to start with my face. I just went with a wispy lash. It's the Ardell Demi Wispies and a really thin wing just because I didn't want it to overpower the rest of the eye makeup. So I'm going to start with my skin with the Becca First Light Priming Filter, which is my favorite primer. And I'm just going to go through this pretty quickly. Alright, and today for foundation I am using the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation in the shade Deauville. And I really like this foundation. It gives a really skin-like finish. I'm just going to dot that around my face. It is full coverage, but I shear it out with a sponge, and I only use like 2.5 pumps-ish. And then for concealer, I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Light, just to highlight the center of my face and hide my under eye bags. When you do the concealer around your eyes, make sure to be really careful to keep that edge of your eyeliner. Alright, and now I'm going in with my Fit Me Loose powder in the shade Fair to set all of the concealer down so that there's no creasing. And then I'm just going to quickly do my brows with my Anastasia brow powder, just the same way that I always do. So I've zoomed you back in so we can do the lower eyelid, and I'm going to go back in with the Soft Glam palette, and I'm just going to start with that shade Orange Soda on a little fluffy brush, like a tiny little detailer fluffy brush, and I'm going to just run that along my lower lash line. And then using that same brush, I'm going to go into Burnt Orange and just do the same thing, run it along my lower lash line. With the brush that came with the palette, I'm going to take a mixture of the shade Mulberry and the shade Rustic, and I'm just going to run that in the outer corner, just closer to the lash line, just for a little bit of definition. And then I'm going to go back to that little detailer brush and blend those colors in with the other colors. And I'm just going to take that darker color only into the middle of my eye, because I don't want it to go all the way into the inner corner. And then I'm just going to highlight my brow bone with the shade Tempera, which is that top shade. And that's pretty much it for the eyes. We're going to go back to the face now. Moving on to bronzer, I'm going to take my Park Ave Princess palette from Tarte, and I'm going to dip into the shade Carrot, which is a shimmery bronzer, and I just really like the finish that it gives my skin. It makes for a nice healthy glow. And then for blush, I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush in Apricot in the middle. It's a really pretty peachy color, and it has a little bit of a sheen as well, so I think it'll be a nice addition and tie everything together. Then lastly, I'm going to highlight with my ColourPop Innuendo palette. I'm going to take the first shade, Glad You Came, and I'm going to pop that on to my cheekbones. This is such a pretty palette. Like, it has no glitter in it, it's just like a sheen of highlight. And I'm also going to take that same shade and pop it into my inner corners of my eyes, just for a little bit of extra glow. Right. And finally, I'm going to add a lip color. I'm taking the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea lipstick in the shade Rum Punch. I'm just gonna throw that on. These are nice creamy lipsticks. And then over that, I'm going to take the ColourPop lip gloss in the shade Fairy Floss, just for a little bit of a glossy look. I'm just going to focus that in the center of the lips, just to give it a little bit of a pouty look. Alright, and that is the finished look. I think this would be really great for a prom or a wedding or any fancy event you have to go to this spring. It's a great neutral look. You can really wear it with pretty much any outfit, because I really think that metallic golds and silvers and all that really counts as a neutral. But yeah, I think it looks really nice and glamorous, and you know, it's still sort of natural. It's not like crazy with the cut crease. It's very soft, but still really, really pretty. So I hope you guys like this video, and if you enjoy seeing videos from me, definitely subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and hopefully I'll be putting out new videos at least every week. I'm aiming for every Monday, but I'd love to start doing 3 times a week if I can. But yeah, I hope you liked this video, and I hope you will try it out, and if you do, definitely tag me in it. My Instagram is @KateMadden, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed. See you later.